don't know where to begin.
Where can you begin?
It was just psychological breaking.
This is complete and utter fucking dog duty, man. Cyclical.
It's just pure 100% nightmare fuel.
Yes. Derrick, I know you're drunk, but I'm sure you can welcome us back in.
Welcome to the good, the bad, and the bloody.
I haven't done that in a while.
I'm quite sick
Why?
because I have an ear infection and a sore throat.
How sick are you?
Well, out of a scale of 1 to 10 spooks, I'm quite fucking sick.
Wait a minute, are you just saying that because are you actually sick?
I am sick.
Why the fuck didn't you tell me?
Because
tell?
We've been making out all day.
Oh, well, you have strep throat, fucker.
Fuck. Well, no, I thought you were using that as an excuse to cover up for your... Okay, you're clearly not trying to cover up your drinking.
Surprise.
Oh, boy. All right.
Alcohol is my medicine.
Yeah.
And that's my alcohol.
I've been feeling a lot better over the last few days.
Welcome back to the podcast, everybody. This is the episode where we talk about Mother!
Mum.
And I made a Facebook post right after seeing this, so...
So did I. Not
You did?
right after, but I posted it right before I went to sleep.
And Scott is being Sweden right now. He's sitting in between us because we have very different ideas. You've probably heard of this movie just because
Sweden.
the actors.
You mean Switzerland?
It has a... Sweden
Jennifer
is,
Lawrence.
Sweden is neutral too, I'm sure.
Yeah, but Sweden sucks. Swaziland. Now there's a country we can all
They
get
have a
behind.
plus sign, so that's obviously neutral.
The point is, Scott, all those, besides the European countries... I don't even know, I'm so furious already. Okay.
So this movie features Jennifer Lawrence and Javier Bardem
Yes.
in a psychological thriller slash horror slash romance slash something film.
Sure.
And
I mean,
it's
you can-
gotten a lot of the audience and critics fairly divided at the point of this recording.
I think still, last time I checked it was like 70% on Rotten Tomatoes.
And an F rating on Metacritic.
An F?
Yes.
See, the thing about Rotten Tomatoes...
See?
No, the thing about Rotten Tomatoes is it's full of a bunch of keyboard warriors who think they understand what the fuck they're looking at, no matter what it is. No matter what it is. They'll say, oh, Forrest Gump 3? Well, although true to the original Forrest Gump 1 and 2, Forrest Gump 3 I felt had a lot more family values. I especially like the part where Forrest Gump teams up with Optimus Prime and goes, I don't know, fucking... You know what I mean? So, of course, it's got 70% there, because it's full of people who think they understood what the fuck they just saw. But let me tell you, we're going to talk about this movie.
That's the crazy thing
angry.
about some of the divide between people and critics is the fact that critics are still people.
No. Critics are the lowest form of...
Are they not people?
Wait, cut this out.
Like, maybe they're just not the people that like Transformers 5.
I want to see all
or
of us...
4.
I wanna see all of
Or
us,
3.
I want to see all of us getting, like, mobbed in the corner, and then we're just like, I'm a human. We are not
And then
animals.
other people are, like, swinging maces
Yes,
and shit,
yeah.
like, we don't want a Transformers 6.
And I'm just like, we are not animals. We're human beings. You get the... Yeah.
Get your damn hands off me, you damn dirty critics!
I thought you were going to say elephant man. I was like, no. It's terrible. But let's, you know what?
Thumbed it down.
Yeah, whether you heard about this fucking movie or not, nobody really seemed to go see it except for us because it's it's kind of been the artistic art house experience kind of thing. So
apparently,
we saw
it's not quite the It remake.
No, we saw this premiere and there was 6-7 people in the theater,
including us 4.
Yeah, so
it was us 3 and then
opening night.
One other girl.
Yeah, opening night.
But
last showing.
But you know what though? I think Derrick, even though you had a few drinks in you, I think now is your time to shine. Let's talk about the good.
The
Let's
good.
talk about the good. What, Derrick? I'm gonna let you take fucking full control. I'll try to limit my commentary. Go for it. Just whatever you feel was the good stuff in this movie.
I think all of the actors pulled exactly what they needed to do in the script. Jennifer Lawrence had quite the performance ahead of her.
Yeah, you're right.
Sorry, my slur, but yes. Given the fact that 90% of this movie pivoted on doing a scan of chin high of her throughout the entire film.
Oh, yeah.
There were a lot of moments that look like vines where she's running through and it's like,
everything's blurry except for her. But it seemed to work, in my opinion. Like, we had to be forced to see her position in all of this.
Well, you're right. I sure am glad that she acted because otherwise it would have made the approximately 1 hour of useless BS in the beginning bearable to watch. Thank you. Oh, I'm sorry. That just slipped out.
And then Javier Bardem's one-note performance actually had to be one note in this movie.
Oh yeah, they were all great. Everyone's such a great actor in this. Like, I mean,
there was Jennifer Lawrence, Javier Bardem,
yeah,
Ed Harris, Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yeah, these are great.
Had to be that passive-aggressive bitch from hell.
Yes,
that you've obviously dealt with in your life.
Yes,
not me.
You two and me.
He's right there. I don't deal with him.
Oh man, but no, yeah, it's well acted. Yeah, I mean, like, I love all the actors, still do. There's a reason that
even Kristen Wiig halfway through
I
the
love
fucking
Kristen
movie.
Wiig. She's one of my favorites. Period, dude. I honestly was gonna see Ghostbusters just on her merit.
Oh my god!
I know, but I like her, and I also like the other.
Before we deal with the rest of this movie, how do you feel about that Ghostbusters remake?
I didn't watch it, but I'd rather watch it.
I watched it.
This.
I saw it.
That movie sucked.
Probably.
It was a big letdown.
Oh well,
Yeah.
well still, but either way. So, yeah.
Zero spooks. No, I'm kidding.
Jeez. Leslie Jones is going to tweet about this.
Oh, no.
I'm sure she will, but
I like Leslie Jones. I think she's sassy.
She's a funny lady, but
but she should not be on Twitter.
All black women are sassy, but
We need to Derrick,
not all
that's a
black women.
stereotype.
Hashtag not all.
Hashtag not all black women. Hashtag feminist. Hashtag Derrick's a pig. If we had a Twitter, I'm sure we'd start all kinds of terrible tags.
maybe, probably.
People don't even know what it's about. Derrick's a pig. It's like some like Japanese girl.
Maybe
just
it's
like,
whatever the fuck. The other part that I thought was really good about this movie was the progressive swell of escalation that happened in this movie.
Oh, you mean how one half of the movie is very, 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 very boring, and then it actually gets interesting, and then by that point you have no idea what's going on? Yeah, I thought that was pretty good too.
I think the tension progression was a little bit fucked.
Yes.
Because the movie really is divided in two halves, and the first half you have a more traditional feel with the mystery and the murder mystery almost sort of.
I think the first half ends when the spoilers anyway, in case anybody gives a shit while watching these videos.
I don't think anyone that watches. I don't think any of our fans are going to watch this.
I don't think anybody watches this at all.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But anybody who watches this shit and doesn't know what's going on,
I don't know.
Fuck off.
Spoiler.
So,
don't fuck off.
So halfway through the movie, when like the brother comes back after killing his brother, comes back and it's just like, what the fuck is going on? Like, and then he just leaves automatically, and then the woman, the mother, is left just going, what the fuck is going on? And then Javier Bardem shows up and he's just like, yes, everything's good, whatever. But after she gets pregnant, everything goes fucking upside down, diagonal, black becomes white, all that shit. Because once everything is normal for a little bit, all those normies showed up and everything becomes whacker sauce and all that shit.
You said normies.
I did.
The halfway point for me is when she gets pregnant, because that's
Exactly.
when the tension from the first half and the family murder drama drops off and goes away, and then it becomes a second half. 6 months later.
Starts off tense anyway because they come across that tension, and she goes, "Well, all this shit wouldn't happen if you didn't fuck me anyway." and then they just
anyway,
and then naturally they bang.
Yeah, so it ramps up like this, then halfway, and then
it all.
Oh, and then it ramps up
light.
escalates way higher, and then instead of crashing down in an explosive roller coaster ride, it kind of stops a third of the way down, and it just elevators you back down to floor.
But at the same time,
it never drops in an exciting roller coaster down spiral. It just gets there and then elevators down.
Yeah.
And then starts again.
I've got almost nothing to say that's positive besides how it looks and the actors. So, I mean, I'm ready to fucking blast this movie into the next dimension, Derrick. Tell me when you're ready. Other than, do you have any other thoughts about anything good?
I think this movie just progresses like whacker sauce.
Derrick, I've never had
whacker sauce.
I've never gone to McDonald's and ordered the nuggets with whacker sauce.
I really think this movie had the Mick proficiency to pull off the
yes, just like McDonald's. It's hot. It's of par quality. Yeah, they love it when you enjoy it. But is it actually food?
It pulled off that transcendence, I think.
I liked it a lot. I think I liked it a little bit more now that I know what it was supposed to be about.
You definitely like it
now
more
that I Derrick's theory.
That's just one of 10,000.
Oh, come on now.
I'm
Derrick's
going to get to something that will blow your fucking mind.
Okay, well,
I came up with 2 different theories once we walked out of this movie. But at the same time, it's just what the fuck is this movie supposed to be about?
Yes, if I had heard Derrick's theory before I went to see it, I probably would have enjoyed it more because I wouldn't have spent time thinking about what the fuck am I supposed to be getting from this. I would have thought, that's what I'm supposed to be getting from this.
Are you sure, though?
I think if I'd known
Are you sure, though?
If one man has 2 different theories about what you're supposed to get out of this, who the fuck knows what the artist's intention was? I do, and I'll get to that.
The artist's intention doesn't matter. What matters is what I get from this.
And that's what the fucking movie was saying.
Are you sure, though?
But Scott, that was what the movie was saying. That was in the fucking movie.
If somebody can contextualize something in a way that I can enjoy it more, then that's all I'm particularly going to remember it for.
We are talking about the bad, damn it. We are going to talk about the bad.
We're talking about the bad.
Yes.
We're talking about,
all right, the bad.
Yes. You know what? I've got so many things to say. How about you just anything you can think of? Anything you can think of.
What about the bad?
Oh, you want me to just vent?
All
right. So the director said this is probably going to be one of the most hated movies he's ever made or of all time. Viewers are not going to hate it. And that's just okay, so he is aware of that. So then what the fuck did anyone expect? I hate this movie, and I'm not going to go, oh, well, he wanted me to hate it, so maybe it is a thought piece. No,
he made it with the idea that probably some people are going to hate it.
And some other people are going to pretend they get something out of this. I'm going to tell you again, this is my stinky shit theory, all right? Here's my theory of this movie. This guy is I'm going to say this all over again. This guy is going to make the stinkiest shit. I'm going to make the smelliest, disgusting, most revolting, vile piece of shit you've ever seen. It's going to make you just... Everything is you're gonna upchuck when you look at this and you smell this shit. I'm gonna get artisans, I'm gonna get hundreds of people, thousands of people from miles away from Italy, fucking directors, actors, paying $1,000 to make this stinky pile of shit. And it is completely my intention. I'm making the smelliest shit ever, right? And then everyone's gonna come from miles and miles away and go, wow, that is absolutely putrid. I want to vomit in my mouth and jump backwards at the sight of this motherfucking stinky shit. And then, Scott, the director goes, pretty good, right? And everyone says, well, you did make the stinkiest shit ever, but it's still a stinking pile of dung. What in the fuck am I watching? This was a fucking train wreck. A fucking train wreck. Everything about the characters, you end up hating everyone. You take someone's side at one point, and then you end up hating them because they're too pushover anyway. I hate all these characters. I hate all these characters. All of them are hateable. None of them are likable. There's nothing redeemable. At the end, even at the end, there's no justice. Nobody gets any justice. Bad shit happens to not even good people, and nobody pays for it. There's no redemption. And at the very fucking end, she looks at Javier Bardem and goes, "I've given you everything. You've given me nothing." And he goes, "You can still give me your love." And she's like, "Okay." And he's like, cyclical. Movie starts over again. Are you fucking with me right now? That is not a cycle of life analogy. That is no metaphorical meaning that I'm supposed to pull from this. This is complete and utter fucking dog duty, man. So what do you guys think?
5 out of 10.
What the fuck? I will fucking destroy you. Oh, shit.
Oh, holy fuck.
What? He's not listening? Alright, I'll tell him. It's reason, Scott. It's reason.
You're thinking, hello?
No.
Who is this? It's for you, Cody.
Oh, fuck off.
And it's also for you, Derrick.
Oh, wait a second. Who's talking to me?
Nobody you've ever talked to before. Must be a
come
wrong
on.
number.
Who's on the phone?
Alright, I'll hand the phone. It's the phone. Here's the phone.
Alright. Says, hello. Hey. Hey, what's going on?
My neighbors are probably
Alright.
fucking hate me.
Oh, it's just really crazy, you know?
Well, anyway, guys.
Fucking movies.
Scott, do you have
It's
anything
just
you
one
want
of
to add?
those movies, you know?
I agree with both
Fucking-
of you. Completely.
All sorts
so
of crazy
far.
shit is going on, you know? It's
Which
just
makes
like...
sense.
Like,
You're the most
these
reasonable
people
one.
just
I'd
have
like
no
to-
fucking idea
'cause
what's going on.
Because hold on, Derek. I'm overlooking.
Exactly, it's just
Derek,
whatever the fuck.
Can we continue the review now?
Hold on a second. Alright.
This
Do
is
you want
a
us to take this outside real quick, Derrick?
What's going on?
Derek, this is wasting battery life.
It's completely normal if you want to have your boyfriend over tonight.
What? You're wasting your own time. Don't do that, Mike downstairs, you fucking idiot.
Anyway.
So what do you give this movie, Derrick?
I want to do some final thoughts, though. I'm overlooking all of its artistic merit, its acting, its visuals, purely on the fact that it gave everyone just anxiety. There's no redemption with it. It's angry. It's a literal feel-bad movie. And at the end, you're thinking, am I pausing here, staring at this credit roll like an idiot because I'm thought-provoked? Or because I'm pissed off and I feel like it stopped. It's a roller coaster that stopped at the very top of the fucking hill. Anyway, Derek, final thoughts?
I don't think it stopped at the top of the roller coaster.
You're right. It started going down and then it stopped halfway. You're like,
I think it stopped at the bottom of the roller coaster once you're off of the ride.
Well, it did make me want to vomit.
So did I, but I think we've been going to horror films for 150 years. And horror films have
He's older than we are.
always tried to elicit some kind of negative emotion out of any audience that's willing to participate in this stuff. And this is the first time in any type of horror film I've seen that I've experienced any negative emotion deep within my gut.
True. Not true. Weren't you sickened by the Green Inferno?
I was slightly,
So then wouldn't
only
you make-
for 10 minutes.
Then wouldn't you say that the intention of the movie was made and then it was successful?
I knew you would come up with
Yes,
that.
because it's the fucking truth.
But that movie overall came off with this negative inclination that that's all you wanted to see was negative fucking death and unlikable characters and all this shit.
Well, let's say that you're watching the Curious George movie, right? You listen to the Jack Johnson songs, Curious George, and the director's like, hey, at the very end, Man the Hat's gonna fucking blast Curious George in the face with a 22. Just bam, right in the fucking high velocity right to the brain.
Sense,
it'll piss all those kids off. And then all the kids are watching, yeah. Oh my god, George! And the director's like, yep, I wanted those kids to be fucking furious. Does that make it a good fucking movie, Derrick?
No.
Well, then
that makes it an incongruous movie. What the Green Inferno wanted to attempt, the Green Inferno wanted to attempt the same exact thing that Mother wanted to do, but in the exact opposite spectrum of movies. It wanted to elicit negative emotions throughout the entire movie, but it wanted you to still connect with characters on the emotional spectrum.
Yeah, they wanted you to do that in Green Inferno too. They wanted you to decide with
That's what I'm saying.
And understand
the Green Inferno did not connect with,
but it was trying
audiences.
just as hard. The characters
That's what I'm saying.
The characters were just as unlikable.
They wanted you to connect with it, even though you went through this emotional turmoil.
There's no congruency with those movies.
Mother pulls it off with you going through that first-person POV the entire time.
I hate this movie more after hearing how much you're getting out of it.
Because it's latching itself onto you and the audience.
Like a leech.
Because of what it's trying to do.
Well, what do you give this movie out of 10 spooks, Derrick?
I think you should give your spooks first.
Well, Scott gave his. He said 5.
5?
Yeah. I give it a
5 out of 10?
Now, here's the thing. It makes me angry just because of how pious and pompous it is. Doesn't mean I can't respect a few things here and there, like visuals. So I'm giving it a 3 out of 10. A 3 out of 10 sounds a lot more generous than what I was saying. Wow. But I do not like this movie. You can say what you want. What do you give it, Derrick? Well,
I give it a 10 out of 10.
Oh my fucking god. You would watch this again.
No, actually. But that's the point. But that's the point.
No, it's not.
No, it is the point.
Not. There are many films I say I don't want to see again that I think are masterpieces, like I Am Sam. But if given the opportunity,
that's what you've always given the point to.
Given the opportunity to, if somebody said I've never seen it before, I'd be like, yes, let's sit down and watch it, and we can go through this experience together.
That's what I was saying.
This is not an experience. This gives you nothing but anxiety and hatred.
Exactly.
Why would you do that?
There's no fucking experience I would ever want to watch this movie again to, except for the fact that nobody's seen it.
Did you just give your own torture experience a perfect score?
Exactly. Because there is no example of a horror film ever since the brink of time that you've watched a horror film explicitly except for to be horrified.
I wasn't horrified. I was disgusted and angry.
Exactly.
I don't wish this upon my enemies, Derrick.
Exactly.
It's the humanitarian in me that says don't watch this movie because you're just not going to enjoy it.
You are horrified by this movie.
Because I didn't enjoy a bit of it. Doesn't mean it was good. I didn't walk into there saying, I want to feel like shit today. What the fuck?
I didn't walk into this movie expecting that shit.
You can have your opinion. I can have mine. Scott seems to be sitting in the middle.
That's what it is.
I want my opinion.
You're lucky you're there.
His opinion.
You're lucky Scott's here.
You kind of want
That's
your opinion.
what it is.
His opinion's like fun. No, like it's like good, but yours is like funny. So
that's what it is. Like, I think this movie experienced the full horror experience that we could ever accept out of any human experience that we want to experience, but it exceeded beyond it.
It's like the torture porn. It's like the Saw series. You can say those
beyond that.
You could say those are the most horrifying movies ever because you're cringing the whole time.
But like watching those Saw movies, it's like, yeah, these people are being torn apart. It's just like
no, because but your logic.
But at this point, it's like these people are being stretched to the point of psychological break. This is a horror film I don't expect to see exceeded in this year, nor in the next 5, 10, 15 years.
It's like watching cringe videos.
And I don't expect anything to top it.
Well, maybe next year when they come out with the video of the guy getting his fingernails ripped out.
Yeah,
it's not going to happen.
Emotional context to those fingernails.
Even when Jigsaw comes out in the next year. Okay. So what's your best, worst?
My least favorite scene was when they were all having a funeral at her house. And she's like getting hit on with that one guy, and those kids aren't listening. They're sitting on the sink, and then the guy just comes up to her, and he's like hitting on her, like, "Hey, can I get your number?" She's like, "No." And he's just like, "You are a stuck-up fucking cunt." And it's like, wow, fucking tell him off, lady. But no. You know what happens instead? Her fucking sink breaks, the water line breaks, and the whole fucking kitchen goes into hell. No fucking justice. And that's arguably that's the epitome of like the whole like horridness of this. And what's my favorite scene? I don't really know. Probably... I'll get back to you on that. Scott, what was your least favorite scene?
I'll pass.
Least favorite and favorite?
Nah, I'm good.
You gonna pass on that entirely?
I'll pass.
You don't have any?
I don't know, dude. What the fuck?
Sorry, Scott. I think, you know what? I think my favorite scene is the part where he finishes his poem. He stands there. He's like, I finished my poem. He's standing like fucking in the doorway, like, oh yes, I finished my poem. And she goes, you finished it? You finished it? And he's like, yes, I just finished it. Here it is in my fucking hands. And then she goes, I'm gonna read it. And she reads it. And she starts crying. It's beautiful. And the phone fucking rings. And he's like, did you like it? Yeah, pretty good, right? And she's like, you sent it to them? It's like, yeah, of course they already read it. And it's like, well, what the fuck was that? You act like you just finished it, standing fucking buck-ass naked in the doorway. And then apparently he had already emailed it to 6 different publishers.
That was fucked.
I was laughing.
I
was like, this is the epitome of the bullshitter.
No, like, in the middle of that movie, I fucking, like, smiled like an idiot. Like...
Why?
When she read that stuff and all this stuff was exposed, I sat there going, alright.
I don't know. Well, I think that about wraps up. Scott, any final thoughts?
No. No.
You're just afraid one of us is going to start streaming you. We're ready.
I fear no man or death.
Alright, Mr. 5 out of 10. Maybe one day you'll give us your real opinion. If you pick more with him, that's fine. And he did get 7 out of 10 as far as I'm concerned for the general public. I am just not in the general public. I'm the minority here, but I'm very loud about it.
Let us never speak of this again.
Yes. Well, thanks for watching, guys. Derrick, what are we going to watch next time? Can we watch something that we all enjoy?
Maybe.
Jesus. All right, guys. Oh, Jesus!
No!
Don't film it. You can't film the murder.
No.
No, Derrick, no! Derrick, I'm trying to turn off the camera.
Anyway,
You're just a couple of queers.
we didn't even do our rating.
Yeah, we did.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, we did.
I didn't give my rating.
Yeah, you did.
10 out of 10.
You said it. You did.
Did I?
Yes.
Doctor, I keep having these dreams where Derrick's fucking me while the movie plays.
Those are good dreams.
And Cody's watching.
Oh no, it keeps happening!
Help me, Dr. Bowden.